Hello, welcome to Cafecito Sin Mapa, Unmapped Coffee Chats. I'm Jacqueline, your host, and today we have Selena.
Hi.
Selena is actually a childhood friend of mine. We grew up in the same trailer park, just a few houses down. We were biking around and getting into trouble together, and here we are. Stop!
I was like, I'm not gonna tell her I have it. Look at that. I had a broken arm, but
Shut
I
up!
saw that one and I was like, but there's another one where we're in a little pool, but I couldn't find it.
I love that so much. Proof, proof.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
No, oh my God, thank you so much for bringing that. But hello, thanks for joining me today. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm good.
You're good.
Not working, but I'm good.
You're good. Okay. All right, so my first question I always ask everyone is what is your coffee order?
I get a white mocha, caramel drizzle, 2% milk, and vanilla cold foam.
Okay.
All the calories in the drink.
Why not? Like it's a treat, right?
Yes. I tried doing almond milk and I can't. So
Have you tried oat?
yes, but I'm like still not. It tastes. I feel like it doesn't taste as good.
No,
So
it doesn't.
I just do two. I used to not do 2%, and then I just started maybe 2 weeks ago, and that's my go-to now. I feel like
Okay.
it just tastes so good. Yeah.
Because you do iced coffees, right?
Yes.
Do you drink hot
I am
coffee?
gonna do no.
You don't drink hot
So,
coffee.
and I also used to not offer hot coffee, but once it gets cold, I'm gonna start offering hot coffee.
Ooh,
What do you do?
teaser.
Yep. Yep. What are you drinking?
Water. Agua.
Same.
I wish I was drinking something. Well, no, I don't actually, because fun fact, I'm hungover right now.
We love that for her, guys.
But okay, so my point to asking you if you liked hot coffee is because you'll find this out. 2% milk actually froths so much better than any other fat percentage of milk.
So the couple of times that I have done hot coffee, yes. I feel
Yeah.
like the other one just takes longer
Hmm.
and yeah, it's not the vibe.
Yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
much
if it
easier.
works, you can do it, but
Yeah, no, they're like the technique is different for each milk, but I know like 2% milk is the best one. It's like the perfect foamy consistency, and it's the easiest to do like latte art with.
I don't do that.
Well,
We're
I
not
expect a
gonna
heart.
start
I
that
expect a
right
heart in mine next time.
now. I can do that for you. I'll
Okay,
learn. When are you
that
coming?
probably in December. I don't fucking know.
Plenty of time.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's start with you said your coffee order. Do you want to tell us how you got into coffee? Because there's something more there. It's not just you drinking it.
No. So I also have it's a food trailer, but it's not food. I classify it as a munchies trailer because I sell coffee, I sell lemonade, I sell Red Bulls, I sell Alanis, American and some Mexican candy covered in
Hmm.
chamoy and chili powder, mangonadas, rusas. I'm trying to think what else. I think that's pretty much it. Just drinks and and then I also started selling Dubai strawberries, and that
Strawberries.
has been a hit for the past few months.
Yes,
Yeah.
confirmed. It is a hit. Anytime I visit home, I make it a
Yeah.
point to stop at Selena's trailer every single day that I'm there.
And she doesn't get one thing; she
No.
gets several offers.
I'm like, I'm coming to get coffee, and then I'm coming in the afternoon and getting a lemonade, and in between, we're getting all the treats. Like,
And then she'll get home and she didn't get anything for her mom, so she'll send her back.
yeah, that happens all the time. So when I go home, I spend the majority of my time at Selena's trailer, actually.
And then we sit here and talk
Yes,
for
exactly.
hours. Mhm.
Okay, so small business owner, how long has it been? Has it officially been a year?
Yes, it was actually a year 3 weeks ago. I know I didn't make a
Congratulations.
big deal. Thank you. But I was just super busy and I'm still super busy. So it didn't work out how I wanted to do like this big old thing, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's over. I mean, I could do
Yeah.
it whenever.
I would say, and plus you can do it whatever. It can always be
Yes,
like a late celebration,
yes,
whatever.
yes, yes.
Um, okay, so tell me how, or tell us how you started the business because it's such a unique concept. I think that there's like obviously nothing like that in LaGrange, Texas right now. And from the outside in, like it seems to be such a success. Like I see your Facebook popping off all the time. Anytime I'm stopping, there's a line. I've never like walked up and been the only person there.
For real.
So
Step to the side and be like, I'm not leaving yet.
I know,
Um,
like I'm staying, I'm getting back in line so I can chat with you again.
no, yes, a lot of people do that. But so my small business is named Berthaz. Bertha, not with a Z, just Bertha is my mom, and our last name was is Zaragoza, and um, so that's where the Z comes in. But
Okay.
I started off just doing pop-ups, and I would do them all over Texas, not too far, but I would travel for them. And they just started popping off for me, and I was successful, and I just started adding more things to the pop-ups, and then the opportunity presented itself because this was not in my plans, not anytime soon. But one day I got back from a trip, and we'll go into that later. But I got back from a trip, I wake up and I see the trailer on the marketplace, and I'm like, is this a sign? And yeah, it was a sign. So I came to look at it, and then I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even sit down to think about it much, and I just did it. Just did it. Gave him the check. Had to wait a little bit to pick it up because he had to take all his stuff out.
How is it like the fact that you started off as a traveling pop-up, just kind of local, but like, because it was
Yes,
like near LaGrange, but still not like
in
Grange
Lagrange.
people were going,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Did you feel like, were you nervous about bringing a business to your hometown and how that would be like accepted?
Yes, only because there is other businesses. They don't do the exact same thing, but there is other businesses. I was just maybe anxious about what if it doesn't work? What if it does? Or how am I going to do it? Because I do it alone. Every single thing that I do by myself. Sometimes my boyfriend will be here on the register, but
Mhm.
aside from that, I do it all. So I was worried about how I was going to make it happen. And at first, I couldn't get my schedule aligned. And then now we're good. But I also gave myself grace because I'm like, this is the first time I'm doing that, you know?
Yeah,
How am I going to know until I do it?
exactly. Oh my gosh. No, like you literally are a one-man band doing it all.
You will catch me here at midnight. You will catch me here at 7 in the morning, even though I don't open until 12. But who's going to prep it?
Yeah,
Me.
you. What has been like the hardest thing about opening your own business?
You know, I wouldn't even say it, it has to do with the business, but when I first opened, since it was in honor of my mom, I had a lot of people, oh, yeah, your mom would be so proud of you. And I love that, right? I love that. I'm so glad everybody thinks about my mom, remembers my mom in such a positive way. But I think just hearing that, oh, Bertha, like, even though I think about my mom all the time, every day,
Yeah.
all day, that it was just hard because it was like, I don't want to cry after everybody came. And I'm like, okay, you need to, like, get it together because you still have to
Yeah.
continue with work. But there's one specific nurse. She was my mom's nurse, and I think that has been one memory that just plays in my mind all the time.
Mhm.
Is my boyfriend was at the register, I was making an order, and she's like, oh, is the girl here? And then he's like, yeah. And then she's like, can I see her? And I'm like, I pop my head out. I'm like, hi. And then she's like, I was one of your mom's hospice nurse. Oh my God. I lost it. I lost it because I was like, she's like, I remember her. Like, I always thought about her kids because I couldn't believe it. And I was driving by and I look up and it says Bertha's. And I was like, is that her daughter? And she's like, so we had to stop, and she's like, I'm so happy for you. But I think that's one memory for sure that I'm like,
Aw.
that makes it hard.
Yeah.
And another thing, the being by yourself, like
Yeah.
doing it by yourself, because it's physically draining,
Yeah.
you know, because I can talk, we know that. I love to talk. I love everything else about it, but I think just doing it all by yourself is the hard part.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that it's like an homage to your mom, right? Like the name, the recipe that you're using, like, and for viewers and listeners, Selena's mom used to make mangonadas growing
In
up
the trailer
in the
park.
trailer park. It was just like an amazing treat that everyone loved to go get, and she always had a stock full in her fridge for
Literally.
anybody. And your mom did pass away. How long ago has it been now?
Um, 2013, so 12 years. In June, it was 12 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been a
I didn't
long,
realize it was 2013.
yes, 2013.
How do I not remember that? That was the year I graduated high school too.
Well, you were probably, I mean, I'm sure you went, to
Oh,
everything, but
yeah.
did you leave right away?
No, 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 no. I stayed. Went to Blinn for a couple years.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay,
I
okay.
was definitely around. Like I remember all of it. I just
But it
don't
just feels like
remember it
yesterday.
being that. Yeah. Um, so the fact that your mom, again, your mom's like such a big part in that still, and people know that, like you said, just the name on the trailer, like prompted this lady to stop and talk to you. I can see why that would be such a like a hard thing because like you want to hear those things, but it's still such a soft spot because it
Yes.
is your
I
mom.
will immediately cry. Like I'm only not crying because I have makeup. But no, yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's such a self-control right there, Queen. She said.
Learning.
No, I love that. I know, and I don't know if like I think my mom told you, like Tommy teared up the first time he had one of your mangonadas because he was just like, I it's Bertha's.
No, yes,
And Tommy
yes,
was little,
yes.
so like the fact that like Tommy even remembers that, you know.
Like the taste of it is just unique. And I will say, because I don't know who's gonna watch this, I will say this is the recipe that my mom used, but she also got that recipe from my grandma, my dad's mom. So it does come from generations.
Yeah, it's like a generational thing,
Yeah. So it is from that, and it is the same recipe that my mom used, but she used it and was given it
but it's a
by my
passed down
yes,
recipe.
yes,
That's amazing. Um, okay, so talking about that, you all mangonadas, it's a Mexican treat. You're Mexican American. How has
yes,
that like influenced the way you run your business? Because there are a lot of like crossovers and like, for example, your Red Bull, like you make it into a lemonade
yes.
and
And then I add the chamoy and the chili powder,
you
and
spice it up. And
yes,
it's
so,
not, when she said she sells Red Bulls and Alani's or whatever, they're juice shop people. They're not just the can.
yes, no, because to be honest, yes, a lot of people do drink just to drink like that,
Mhm.
but for me, I can't do that. Like I won't just pick up a regular Red Bull and be like, let me drink it.
Yeah.
Even say I'm not mixing it with all this stuff. You mix it with liquor, like
Yeah.
or something like that. So yes, so I also have like a mazapan latte. I have an abuelita chocolate latte. The Red Bulls, I home make my lemonade concentrate, and then I add chamoy and chili powder. So now it's a Red Bull limonada. I also have a Topo Chico limonada. So I try to incorporate the Mexican side of me because that is who I am.
Yeah.
I am Mexican.
You are through and through, girl. She's also a she's a content creator too. And the reason I bring
Yes.
that up is because your content is very much showing your Mexican hood as well. Like the
Yes.
music that you use and like the way you talk, like it's all very like clear that you're very like centered and like proud of your roots.
Yes. So yes, and a lot of those videos, it's just like lip syncing. Can you
Thinking,
edit
yeah.
that? Lip syncing. And it's to Mexican songs. The makeup, I wouldn't say it's anything different. It's just what I like to do. But a lot of it, my videos that have taken off are just using Mexican music, whether that's cumbia, corridos. I love Jenny Rivera. I just love her. And those videos are really good. I don't know why.
Because you freaking look like her. Like,
No, I do not. Do not lie to these people. No, I do not. No, like I think sometimes my videos end up on the wrong side of TikTok and people will be commenting that and I'm like, or they'll be like, was
that's
Jenny
not
Rivera
the
your
wrong
mom? And
side
I'm like,
of
oh,
TikTok.
I'm like, please be for real. Like, obviously she's not my mom. Like, yeah. Sometimes
You
I
could
reply, sometimes I don't.
you could be her daughter.
I wish.
We used to say that about your mom too.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
You
That's
know,
funny.
so
That is so funny.
girl, take it. It's a compliment.
No, never say that again. I
Okay.
cannot. I
Uh,
cannot. I'm
okay,
looking at you like that picture in the back.
shut up. Okay, so as for those that don't know Selena, she's also a little anxious queen. So how is it that you're like, because we were chatting before the recording, and she was talking about how anxious she was and like trying to find a place where others weren't going to hear you doing the interview and stuff. But so how do you get past that anxiety of like posting yourself on social media and like putting yourself out there and in that way?
You would know the truth.
Yeah.
Ash- I like I have ashwagandha in my purse somewhere. Where's my purse? Oh, look right here. Ashwagandha. When I am anxious, y'all, I swear by that. Like it just calms me down. But even say like I can be like right now I am anxious. I am being a little bit shy, but I am anxious. And then I feel like it just eventually goes away. So I love that we did have a little chat before. But even when I go on trips, like my very first trip, I went to LA and I don't know, there was maybe 300 of us. So many brands, so many people. And I'm like, okay, I was anxious on the plane ride. I had never been on a plane. And once I surpassed that, I was like, okay, we're good. Then we ended up staying near Hollywood, and that's a big no no. But I had already paid for the
Mhm.
Airbnb, so I had to get over that. And then I feel like just putting myself out there, I'm like, no, like if you really want something, you have to just move past it. And then you look back and you're like, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
Like me, for 2 weeks since I made the appointment with you for this,
Yeah.
I've been in.
I had to like bully you into doing this.
No, I wanted to say, shut up. I literally told my man, I said, when you sent me that text, I said, he's like, what? And I'm like, Jackie's bullying me into making my freaking podcast appointment. And then he was like, why? And I was like, because I love to talk, but that makes me nervous. So I love that it's just me and you, you know?
Yes.
Once it's done, it's like, okay, I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna say, why was I
Why
tripping?
was I so nervous? Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Um, so let's talk about that for a second. All of it. Okay. How did you discover ashwagandha? Like, why is that something that helps?
Because so when my mom passed, I was super duper depressed, obviously. I was so depressed for the first, I would say, couple, it's only been a couple years since I've kind of just been trying to heal myself, but
Mhm.
for the first few years I was young and I was just depressed. I was way overweight. It was just hard that I was like, there has to be, because I didn't want to be on medication.
Mm.
And not that if you are, if people are on it, cool. If that helps, that's good. But like growing up with a Mexican mom, she would be like, no, you can't take that. Like, or
Yeah.
even TMI about like birth control or stuff like that. She'd be like, no, we don't do that. So in my head, I grew up and I'm like, I don't want to, because I did try therapy and they kind of always want to put you on that or offer it to
It's
you.
always the
And
first thing.
yes, and I was like, no, no, no. I think she sent me a prescription and I never picked it up. But I was like, no, I have to find something. And I did my research and then I was like, okay, this is a vitamin. And I tried it and I was like, I think I tried it first in like a gummy form. And this when they first started, it wasn't even like this brand. It was a the ones that say like happy on it. I
Oh,
don't
like the
they're like
Happy Valley
square.
or whatever. No,
No, they're like a square. Like I don't remember the name of it, but they started out
they had like
they
the sleep gummies and stuff. Is it
yes,
Ollie?
yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I bought those that were for relaxing and
Okay.
it helped. Like I went through the whole bottle and I was like, this is like working. So that was that. And then when I started TikTok, I started, because the feed will give you what you need, like your TikTok feed. So I remember I saw the ashwagandha and I was like, people were like, no, I love this. So I tried it and I swear if you come to my window and you tell me you're going through it, I'm gonna be like ashwagandha. I swear, I will tell everybody try ashwagandha. If they're like, I just don't know how I'm gonna like make it, try ashwagandha. And then sometimes people will come back and they're like, hey, that worked, and I'm like, there you go.
Okay, so I just started this new job, and so it's right across from Union Square, and it's like a little park in New York, and they set up farmers markets there like every other day. And this one
Uh-huh.
stand sells ashwagandha in like tea and like drinks with
Ooh.
ashwagandha in it. And I bought one like a week ago because I was like, this is interesting. And I got a little sample and I was like, it tasted good. I've been scared to drink it because I was like, I don't know what ashwagandha does.
I okay today.
I don't know why I thought it was gonna be like hallucinating or something. So I was like, I
No,
can't take this.
no, you're not gonna get like high off of it or anything. Like it's just gonna mellow you. Like
Okay.
I tell people, like you're not gonna care.
Mm.
Like you're whatever's making you anxious, you're not gonna care about that.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're
Have
not
you
gonna just
ever taken like CBD?
okay. Yes. So also, good thing you reminded me. I used to take CBD too. So before those Ollie pill gummies,
Yeah.
before any of that, I did. I would take the CBD drops because you can,
Mm.
but I was like, nope, I can't do that because I have my mom right here. Like, you don't do that. So I opted for the drops and I went because there's different milligrams. It's like this whole thing, right? It's a
Yeah.
whole nother, there's so much of it that goes with it. Um, so I started off with the drops and I went up and then there's different ones for different things like the other stuff. But I just did CBD and I'll do the drops and I love them.
Hmm.
But as it started expanding, it was more expensive.
Really? Oh, well,
Yes,
yeah, because it's becoming more mainstream. Like the government's
yes,
getting their cut
everywhere.
on the
It's
taxes
everywhere.
and stuff. And like,
So I think that's why I stopped because it started getting really expensive. I know like one of those little droppers was 50,
I
$60.
was gonna say, yeah.
So I was just like, no. And then I just completely stopped and then I found those because I was anxious again.
Yeah. So I do take SSRIs for anxiety myself. I was trying to think which one I'm on. I'm not on Lexapro anymore. I'm on Prozac. And
Rose, every day.
every day, girl, God forbid you forget to take it. The other day, I was also out drinking. That's become a problem. I am a little too social recently. But I
Hey, your mom
yeah.
watching this.
I forgot. No, I wasn't sure if I took it or not because I usually wake up and it's the first thing I take before I like get out of bed. And that day I had stayed in bed because I was hungover. And then I was like, I don't know if I ever took it or not. And then I was like, I can't miss it because anytime I've missed it, like I can feel a change. Like it's really drastic.
Like
So I took another one. And so I don't know, but I actually was feeling like extra happy that day. So I was like, I think I doubled my dose.
but it's not a bad, like it wasn't like gonna be super bad if you took it twice, right?
No, no. I
You were
just
just
doubled
extra
my dose.
happy.
I was just extra good that day, you know?
But how do you feel? Like, I know you said happy, but like,
Oh, it okay. So for me, um, anxiety, I was anxious today. We can talk about that.
yeah,
It's so had thought about Selena all day today. I was like, no wonder this happened today because of course I'm like interviewing the queen and
she told me just to get over it and book it, okay?
I did. And I was like, I know she's anxious and I just have like sympathy, anxiety for you. No, I'm kidding, I didn't. I didn't have sympathy anxiety. I was having my own anxiety moments today because I had therapy and I was boohooing in a freaking like phone room and at work and then like saw my manager and she like saw me crying and it was just embarrassing because it's a new job and like anyway, my anxiety is very like I can't eat. I My heart rate gets like really high and it's just like I can feel my heart beating.
Uh-huh.
And I get really shaky. Like
Okay.
that's how anxiety manifests in me. Is that different for you?
I feel like hot,
Okay.
but for sure that heart thing. And then I feel like that triggers more anxiety because you're like, am I gonna die? You know, I like when you can or when I can feel my heartbeat, and then like sometimes it's so bad you can hear it, you know? And
Yes.
I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
yes. And
I
I'm
this
like,
literally last
this is not
night.
normal.
I'm so glad you said that last night because it like started yesterday for me, and I think
Uh-huh.
I might have. No, the reason why I was anxious was because I was drinking. I was drunk. So
See,
yeah, alcohol obviously it is like not great whenever you have anxiety, but I remember like saying out loud, I was like, "Damn, my heart beats so loud."
no, yes, yes. And then I get the shaky sometimes, and then I just have to go to the restroom.
Okay, yeah, I do have that as well.
And then
Well,
after,
okay, so this is what happened, guys. I'll tell y'all because it's I think it's important to know.
yeah,
I I was crying in the office because I had therapy in the office. I used to go in person and I now have an in-person job that I have to go to 5 days a week. And so I am doing virtual therapy. And I'm not really a crier, but for some reason, like I felt like standing up for myself or like I don't know if it's like vulnerable or if it's because like I struggle with vulnerability. Like telling people how I feel or even like showing emotion is not something I easily do. And I also feel like like I have a hard time standing up for myself sometimes or like advocating for myself. And I feel like a lot of people don't think that because I am so like quick to speak my mind about things too.
you're
But
human.
y- thank you. But it does happen. And in this case, like I knew like therapy wasn't going to continue working for me because I didn't like being in a phone room in the middle of the day during my lunch break and then having to go right back to work whenever I like have been crying or talking about trauma. Like you can't just snap out of it, you know? And it's easier whenever that space is like I was in person, so like I could kind of leave that in her office and then go about my day. Whereas now it's like a phone room and I go right back to work and it was like this isn't gonna work. You know, so I'm like telling my therapist this, and I'm just like, you know what? I was super anxious coming in here because I know I don't want to do this. I don't think it's a great time to do this. I honestly don't feel like I have anything to talk to you about right now because everything else is going like perfect in my life, and I just don't feel like talking about my trauma because it's just not like
You don't want to go through
not
that. And
useful. Yeah, it's not useful time right now. Like it's not something that I have the bandwidth for right now. And so it almost felt like a breakup. I know it's weird, but it literally almost felt like a breakup because I was just like,
no, yes.
I see this lady every single week, tell her all my deepest, darkest secrets, and then now I'm like, I'm never gonna see you again. And then I look out, and this is a part that I think she wants me to tell y'all. I look over because the phone booths have like clear window doors, and I look over, and my manager is sitting in the lunchroom eating her burger, and I'm just like, she's been watching me cry this entire time. And it's very obvious because I'm like, glasses off, I had a sweatshirt on, and I like my hand was over my face, and it was so bad. And then I was like, I'm gonna go outside, take a lap, and like walk around the park for a second and gather myself. I don't have my key card, so I have to go across the office to go get my key card. And I was like, hopefully she's like still on lunch and like whatever. No, my manager's right there, right by my desk, and looks at me, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "I'm fine." And I just like run off, and I'm just like fucking Selena because crybaby Selena is over here giving me her crying skills. And then because I'm anxious, I haven't eaten anything, I'm shaky. I gather myself, go back to work, and my manager comes up to me. She's like,
This
"Are
was
you?"
her 13th.
Yes. And then she comes back and asks how I'm doing. And I was like, "Girl, can we not ignore the fact that I was crying? Like, so sweet of you to like come check on me. Like, I'm not saying like
Thank you, but no.
I appreciate it, very sweet, but I fucking start crying again." And then she goes, "Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take a lap after our next meeting, and you're gonna go across the street, get yourself some pizza because carbs and cheese will make you feel better." And I was like, "Okay," and I did. And then like she came back around. She's like, "You got the pizza? Which one did you get?" And I was done crying. So she was right. Carbs and cheese do work.
Make it better.
Um, oh
That's what I wanted you to say.
my.
That
Okay, so
was
I
the
just went down
continuation.
telling y'all all my vulnerability. Okay,
We
this
needed
is
that.
this is what else happened because anxiety, bowel movement. I was also hungover today, so I had the day after shits and I had anxiety shits. Okay, and then I had pizza, so of course, and Greece. So end of day, I go to the bathroom. Don't look at how much toilet paper is left because there's toilet paper.
It's a
It
girl.
was one square, guys. One square. So I'm sitting here folding this thing up as much as I can and like wiping and folding. And it's awful. Enough for me to at least like be able to like pull my pants up and go to the next stall, and take care of business. But I was so mad. I went onto our like Slack channel where we like communicate with the rest of the group and we have like a ladies only chat. And I was like, whoever left one square of toilet paper in the stall, it's crazy work and you need a hug. I really wanted to be like, you're gonna have a shit ass day.
Day.
But I kept it nice because I was like, you know what? It's a workplace. I've only been there for like 4 weeks. I can't be that crazy, but I had to say something.
And she learned her lesson, and now she's gonna check if there's toilet
Oh, and then,
paper.
because I replaced it, I went and grabbed toilet paper. Took care of my business and then went back and put toilet paper in the other one.
Sorry, I'm yawning. I'm tired.
Damn, girl, tell me I'm boring. No.
No, no, I've been holding it in, and I'm like, I can't anymore. I didn't sleep all weekend, so I'm like dragging today. So I
Oh my
feel you.
God. But anyway, so all that to say is check for toilet paper if you're in a public space before you use the bathroom. And it's
And eat.
okay to show emotion and cry. Like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You're not going to get fired because you're crying in the office,
You're crying at work.
because you're crying at work. And it's okay to end things with your therapist if it's not working out for you anymore. Like, it's fine. All
Yep.
that to say, the whole point was that you're a crybaby, not that I'm a crybaby. So let's talk
No,
about that.
we're both crybabies. I might be a little bit more because everything makes me cry, but
What's the what's the dumbest thing that's made you cry though? Like, can you think of like something you're like, why am I crying over this?
No, but simply like I could be on TikTok scrolling and I'm crying.
Oh.
Like a sad video comes up and then the funny video comes up. So sometimes my man will look over and he's like, I'm like, what? He's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm like, look. And then he's just watching the sad video like normal. And I'm like, you don't understand. But I just cry like immediately. I don't know why. Like sometimes I'll be driving home from work and my feet hurt. But then I also had like so when my feet hurt, that's usually like I had a great day. Like I was on my feet all day. I was busy all day. So I'll drive home and it's not like I'm crying because I don't want to do this anymore. I'm crying because like my feet hurt, my feet are throbbing, but I'm so happy because it was a successful day. Like just little things like that. I'll literally be driving home just crying.
Okay, so you do also have happy cries.
Yes, I have lately. I have a lot more happy cries
Okay,
than
good.
ugly.
I
I mean,
don't
I ugly cry, but
I don't think I happy cry.
no,
No.
never.
Uh-uh. I literally am thinking of like one time that I remember happy crying, and it was when my friend Kayla told me she was pregnant because it
And
was like a whole thing,
yeah, yeah,
her story to motherhood is crazy, and like when she told me, I like literally cried because I was just like so happy for her. Um, but that's the
did that
only
no?
time I've ever cried. Yeah.
What?
Hmm.
Even when like say you haven't seen your favorite person or something,
No.
and you see them like no,
No.
I'm just a crybaby.
Yeah.
I
No.
think every time you've seen me, I cry.
Yeah.
I literally remember one time you went to my house and you went to go pick up an order before I was doing pop-ups, before I was doing anything. And we were I vividly remember you were with your mom and I was like leaned on the car and we were talking and I'm just crying. And then when I went to your house last time you came, I was crying.
Crying. Yep. Yep. Oh my
No,
God.
sometimes people will come up to my window and they'll just be like, I'm so proud of you. Crying. I'm like, wow. The only time when people will come up and like, if I have a full face, I'm like, okay, I can't. Like, thank you so much, but don't tell me anymore. I will
That's
literally
it.
say,
Right
that's
there.
it. Don't tell me anything anymore because I'm gonna cry.
Aw.
But yes, I
Uh,
am a cry.
okay. I can't even.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow,
God.
says the nervous girl. I don't shut up, guys.
I was
Now
gonna
my nerves
say
are
the
gonna
fact
go.
that like it's so funny that you're such a little anxious queen, but you are like I don't think you can really tell that you're nervous or
Anxious.
anxious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you're such a chatty Cathy that it's like not something people would normally notice.
No,
Mhm.
no. And that's what I tell people when they come to my window and they're like, because I'll get the tea. Even if I don't know them like that, like, I think people come so often that they just become friends. And so now I have a lot of people and they'll come and they'll spill all their tea. And I'm just like, girl, even if you're scared, like, just do it. Like, because I think that's my mentality. Like,
Mhm.
a lot of things give me anxiety. A lot of things, like even just traveling, gives me anxiety. And I'm like, well, you already said yes, so suck it up, Buttercup. Like
Yeah.
you got to go through with it. Like, and even like just life in general. Like if I say I'm gonna do something like this,
Mhm.
I'm gonna do it, even though if I put it off, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not a liar.
And how do you get there? Because like it is hard whenever like everything it's not even your body like your body is almost telling you no, but you know you can't trust it because it's just anxiety. Um, like how do you push through that besides ashwagandha? Like what helps you get to
No, it's just I just do it.
Mhm.
I just do it. Like because once I do it and it's over with, I'm like, dang, I can do a lot of things. And you know, it's gonna sound maybe cliche, but if I can get through not having a mom, I can get through a lot of things. And I also will always tell myself, my mom never was like, how would you say quejando? See, I can't even talk English. Um, how would you say quejando?
She wasn't really a like fussy, like she didn't
Complainer.
complain. Yes, that.
Yeah, so she was never a complainer when she was going through chemo, when she was going through radiation. Like, she would just do it because we were her motivation.
Mhm.
So I will, with anything that I do, I'm like, if my mom could do it and she was literally in pain till her last day, why can't I? So I always look back and I'm like, if my mom did it, I can do it. Even though it wasn't the outcome that we all wanted, but I keep that in mind because she fought till the end.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything that I can go through that will destroy me how that did, you know?
Yeah.
Cries.
Uh, no, yeah, that's very true because like that is the hardest thing that you'll probably ever go through, right? Like
Yes.
I can't imagine anything else that like a breakup, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
Like,
what I
you
mean?
can
Like
find somebody else,
yeah,
but you
like
can't find another one.
yeah. Well, that
And then
kind of brings
trauma. I'm like, what's the next topic?
bro, I was gonna say, are you trying to spill some tea?
We can spill a little bit.
Okay.
We can spill a little bit.
What do you I'm leaving the floor open.
Well, I mean, I guess I could say in general, right?
Uh-huh.
I when why I say I do everything alone is because I really do. Like, I don't talk to a majority of my family. I do have my like second cousins that I'll speak to or things like that, but I don't. I had a relationship with my mom's mom
Mhm.
and love that woman, and unfortunately, that was my not the only thing left of my mom because I have my two siblings,
Mhm.
but like, you know, they say usually, because I know it could change, but usually your mom's mom, nobody loves you like her, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So that woman, like, as I got older, I'd be like, because I would always be happy, right?
Yeah.
And as I got older, I'm like, you know what, girl? Like, I'll be going through it. I didn't answer yesterday because I was having a cry session or I was anxious. And so then once I told her that, girl, she blow me up. And then she leave me voicemails and she's like, just checking on you. Like, are you
Oh.
okay? And then I'm like, I'm not. But yeah, so after losing her last year,
Mhm.
it was pretty freaking hard because that was my safe space
Yeah.
and it's not, you know. So that's when I say I'm alone, I mean that, you
Yeah.
know, I don't really speak to my family, and that goes into a whole nother thing that it could be on the next podcast.
Um,
That'd be
and
juicy.
with that, like, I think community is so important, and like losing that, like, what you probably felt like your final grasp to something of your mom that's not what she left behind being your brothers and you totally makes sense. Hard.
Continue, sorry.
Um, so who are just like some of the people that you know you have in your corner that have helped you through this tough,
um
like, because you do it alone, but you have some support system.
yeah, so my best friend Diana, oh, I love her. That was also my safe space when after my mom, like, I didn't have anybody at my, like, I had everybody at my graduation, but
Yeah.
not like my people.
Yeah.
So it was her parents. I remember from my pepper out, my high school pepper rally senior year, it was her family.
Mhm.
Holidays, her family. My boyfriend, his family, but me and his mom, like this. I think she loves me more than her kids, and it sounds mean, but
See?
no, I say it playing around, and I say it to them all the time. But
Yeah.
She is also shout out to her, who somebody who has helped me, whether that was getting the trailer, and I will forever be grateful for that. And just simply like if I'm like, oh, I gotta go to my trailer and I gotta prep, she'd be like, do you want me to go with you? And I'm like, it's because you're not gonna know how to do it. But she'd be like, okay, well, how can I help you? Or sometimes when I'm anxious and she won't see me for a couple of days, she'll go look for me. And that's not like her. That's
Yeah.
literally not like her, but she will go look for me, or I'll show up and I'm just like bawling and she's like, what's wrong? Like she's very also, I don't think she grew up showing much emotion.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because I help her, but she helps me, and I'll be there, and I'm like crying. She's like, she'll be like the pat, right? She'll like hug me. She'll be like, I don't know how to help you, but I mean, I can be your friend too. So that I love her so much. And just like y'all, like the people who I grew up with, your cousins, like there's so many of y'all that we all grew up in the trailer park,
Yeah.
and those same people are also the same people who support me. You
Yeah.
know, whether that was like around when my mom was sick, my mom's funeral, like the whole community came together because a lot of people knew my mom,
Yeah.
raised money here, raised money from where she was from. And I will always say, like, the town buried my mom.
Mm.
Like, they helped do that.
Yeah.
And the same people show up to this window. And I know like it's a lot of the same people. My cousins will come out sometimes, but for sure it's like you said, my friends became that community for me.
Yeah.
So
And
going off topic.
I feel no, I think it it all bleeds together. Um, and just to give a little bit more context to Bertha, she was like one of those people that was just so like she was very community based. Like if you think about it, like she was the person that was always ready to help the next one. Like she helped my parents a lot with translating and going to doctor's appointments before I was able to start translating. Like she was the go-to for not just my family, but I know like a lot of my aunts and uncles. Like she was one helping with filling out documents or whatever because she was bilingual, and she would be the first like first to drop whatever you
And
she
my
was
mom didn't
doing.
drive, y'all. My mom did not drive, but that woman was never home.
I was gonna say, but she was everywhere.
She was never home. Like I remember my mom would even be like a tutor. I remember, and then I'll still see like the same people, and they'll be like, "I remember your mom got me in trouble because I wasn't listening because she was trying to teach me." And I like they always remember. Like my mom helped them learn this. My mom helped them learn that because they didn't
Yeah.
speak English. Um, but if somebody would come to my house, hey, like, can you come with me to the school to talk? I like have a parent meeting, but I don't understand.
Oh my God,
Yes.
yeah.
Can you go with me to a doctor's appointment? Yes. Like my mom always said yes. And it just even bailing people out of jail, my mom helped. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because it was her friend's son or things like that. And my mom, and I think that's why I am the way I am because I could never fill her shoes. I could never. But it's crazy because even her friends, like, so her friends that were her age will come sometimes and like they'll vent a little bit here and there because they see my mom in me, and I don't know, it's just crazy. It's just crazy because
Yeah.
everybody will remember my mom, like
Yeah.
even like I said, that nurse, and then after that, like that was her hospice. I was little, but she was just like, I just remember your mom, like. And i think I think that it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Even say I'm at HEB and sometimes I'm like in and out because I'll run. My mom was like, "Oh, I'm talking to everybody." Hey, sometimes it feels like that for me because if you come to my trailer and even if you don't know me, you came here and I remember your face and I see you at the store, I will say hi. Like I will
Yeah.
because I appreciate you and how ugly. Like sometimes people don't reciprocate that. Like they'll kind of look at me like, and then I guess when I walk off, they're like, remember? And then they're like smile
Oh,
at me. Like if they can't remember who I am. But
yeah.
I always say hi if you come here, if you support me, if you're nice to me, I will always reciprocate that. But
Yeah.
me getting off topic again, sorry.
No, it's true because I feel like, and not to keep bringing things back to your
No,
mom,
no, no.
but
You're
that's like
well, because
very
this is
much
what
like who she was too. Like it's always like the way you show up for other people's is the same way that they do it back. You know what I mean? And I think that that's kind of like part of what she left you, honestly, is the fact that she was there for all these people and now all those people are there for you.
yes. Yes. Like I don't it's crazy because even say like your mom, your aunts, your uncle, like that was my mom's friends, because they were her age. Like that
Yeah.
was like I'm talking you weren't in that picture, that's why I didn't bring it. But it was like your aunt and your aunt with all of us. Like all the kids
Oh,
just outside her house. Like cause next door.
yeah.
Um and we were on the trampoline with her. Just little things like that. And I will see, I'm telling you, or now I'm just busy, but before, like, I'd go to their house or I'd go just hang out. Even when I went to your house, your mom's like, come so I can make you tortillas.
Literally. I know like anytime we had any like family events, it was family plus Bertha because she was
Yeah.
family. It was like, and I feel like that was just everyone too. Like she was a part of so many different people's family
My
because
mom has more pictures of y'all than y'all's parents probably do.
no, literally,
Yeah.
literally, I'm pretty sure like all the like pictures that we've had like were taken from your mom's camera. And
And
then
she would
she
print
like
out two copies and give one to the parent and keep one
and
for
keep one
herself.
for yes, yes. Yes. Do you do that too? Like, are you a photo taker?
I am, but I don't print them. They just stay
Yeah.
on my phone. Like I have
Yeah.
no memory. That's my phone. No, I swear. Or I'll send it to my email. I'll send it
Uh,
to my email, but yeah, I don't really print, but I have a whole like big plastic container of pictures that she had. Yeah.
aw. Oh
So
my gosh.
that's why today I was like, I'm gonna find at least one picture because I have another one, but I don't think I got it off. But
I
yeah,
love that so much. You're gonna have to take like send me a picture
yeah.
so we can use it as one of the
Oh yes,
things
yes,
on
yes, yes.
Instagram. Well, all of that comes around that it seems like your biggest reason for everything is your mom, right?
Yes.
The trailer, the name of the trailer, the things that you started selling came from like inspired by your mom, you
Yes.
being into music and like very in tune with your Mexican side from your mom.
Literally wake up, typical what you see on those memes. Why is it doing that? Rude. All Sundays, Mexican mom waking you up with music. That was literally my mom. Like those cumbias in the morning, cleaning. Like my mom, you would walk into my house and leave smell. Like everybody would be like, "Ay, hueles como que si vienes de acá, Berta," because you would leave smelling so clean, like my mom's house. I don't know, and so that takes me to Bertha's. Why I named it that because and I'll hear people say it and it just warms my heart because they'll be like, "Oh, you want to go to Bertha's?" And that's what people would say back then. So even in Spanish, like, "Oh, vamos a Bertha's," like, yes, like that's what I want. That's what I when I named it that. That's what I envisioned. So it warms my heart because in the trailer park, that's what people would be like, "Oh, let's go to Bertha's to get a mangonada,"
Yeah.
or "Oh,
No,
where'd you
literally.
get that?" Bertha's.
Where are you going? Taco Berta?
Yes. And then my mom would sit there and talk to everybody for hours. So same. So I have a
No,
sign
it
on.
was literally the same. I was gonna say because I don't think we ever went and just picked up a mangonada.
No,
We would
no.
go and sit on the couch with her and chat, and then we'd be like, "Oh, we were actually here for mangonadas," and then
Yeah,
she'd give them
yeah,
to us, and we'd sit and talk for longer while we ate it,
yep,
and then maybe get another one to take home.
yep. Or come back again the next day.
Yeah, exactly. No, I and that was like definitely one of the big reasons why I wanted to interview you. I think you have like such an interesting story, and not to get like super deep into like all of it, but it is hard to lose a parent at such a young age, and like the fact that you've been able to like use that as your purpose and like to fuel you is, I think, really inspiring, honestly. Like, I, not to make you cry or make myself cry, but I'm literally so proud of you. Like, anytime I see you like doing well and like anything you post on social media, it like makes me smile so big because I'm just like, I'm so happy you're doing all of this, and like you deserve the world. And the fact that like all those blessings are coming to you is like, I think those are just little blessings from your mom.
It for sure is. I appreciate it. And I know you tell me that every time you see me.
I do, because I don't like, it's like I feel it so deep, and like I need you to know that like we like everyone thinks about her, and everyone knows that she would be so proud of you.
And
And
I
that
think,
we see like, I think it's more so because like I want you to know that like we acknowledge the pain that you've been through, but also like the hustle that it's taken to get to where you are.
and I won't say I had it all the time. I didn't have it all together. Um, for a few years, I went on the road. We did the pipeline life. And I would sit there by myself for all day because he was working. So I would just sit there, and then one day it just clicked, and I was like, I I need to get myself out of this hole, like because depression, anxiety, like it was eating me up, and I decided, like literally, and I will tell everybody the same thing, like I chose to turn my pain into power, and that's what motivates me because I don't ever want to feel that way. And I think I tell people too, I feel like I am the saddest, happiest girl, because I think I'm gonna be sad forever
Yeah.
because nothing can take that away. But I know that's not what she wanted, like her biggest thing, y'all, was her kids. Like 3, 4 times the towards the end of her journey, they had said, "Yeah, I gotta go in and say goodbye." And I remember one time I did tell my mom. I walked in there and I said, Mom, like I know you're tired, and you can go. I won't be mad at you, but you can go." And she was intubated, and tears were just rolling down her face, and she's like, and what little voice she could say, she's like, "I'm not ready." And so many, and I think that's what, like, say I have a bad day, I'm like, it's not as bad as that,
Yeah.
you know. it, there's people have it worse, or people, and I'm not saying my feelings aren't valid, but I don't dwell on it anymore. And I feel like back
Yeah.
then I would, but I was
Yeah.
young. So
Yeah. I mean, and it's not something that comes at the snap of a finger, right? Like you have to go through those feelings and that grief, and then at some point in time, like you said, you have to make the choice to like either let that continue to be your
your
life,
reality.
yeah, or turn that pain into power and like live for her. Because like literally, like honestly, everything I like see in you is just like your mom lives in you. Like she lives within you. And I don't know if that sounds like cheesy or like, I
No,
think of like
yes.
Lion King, like Mufasa living in Simba.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
it's true because like it is your power, it is your drive, it's what gets you to where you've been now, and it's, I think it's just a beautiful tribute to your mom and like the person you're becoming and who you
Thanks
are
for tuning
now
in this week.
just
As you can
continues to
tell,
be a
Selena and
star.
I have a lot to talk about, and we sure do love to chat. So come back next week for part 2 of Selena's story. Thanks for watching.